Greetings, my name is Neosekken and welcome back to my Let's Play of Hatoful Boyfriend Holiday Star. Now, where we last left off, I got invited to spend the New Year's with everybody. And that is pretty much it. There's really nothing else I can really say on the subject. Shortest recap ever. So, let's check out some of the other extras, shall we? Wait a minute, I think we already saw this one. If we have, yes, if we have, and if something looks different, then... actually, I don't think we have, so... let me just rewind in time a bit. No, not that. Actually, I think we have. Oh, whatever. I'll just look back on one of my previous episodes and see if I've covered it before. So just be on the safe side. I'll just select an icon that definitely looks different. Let's go with the cross with the wings here. Short episode: Attack of the Nightmare. The gathering of the brilliant light shall take place in the Promised Land. In the darkest hour when the eye of heaven closes. Can the Crimson Fallen Angel overcome his trials and arrive in time? Well, I have a feeling we know who this is going to star. And lo and behold, mid-sentence I got proven right. The season of ice, which freezes the spirit light tree, has almost come to an end. The awakening is near. New life shall bud and grow. Those of pure heart may fall victim to the servants of darkness. I must take this opportunity to investigate the dark sorcerer Wallenstein's actions. Oh, hello, Higure. Are we here to turn in your supplementary assignment? No. No! It is not yet the time. My crimson breast tells me so. Oh? It's due tomorrow. Make sure you finish it in time. Ugh. A painful test. Is there no way out? Nope. Yeah. Don't worry. If there's anything you're really having trouble with, you can ask when you hand it in. Then... wouldn't that... never mind. Oh, will you be coming to the observation tonight, Higure? What? There will be a gathering of the brilliant light. Yep, that's right. There's a total lunar eclipse tonight. They're opening up the roof tonight so we can all watch. It'll be late, so make sure to dress warmly if you do come, okay? My evil scarlet eye reflects a dreadful spectacle. The dead on all sides. No! The frenzied moon was the cause of it all. We must not repeat this tragedy. The dark tree, Rufa, can wait. I must prepare for the gathering of the brilliant light. What are you plotting? I guess I really shouldn't be surprised that your bedroom looks like this, except why is it all red? Actually, on second thought, maybe it's because you're deluding yourself into seeing it as all red. The panacea of blue vagina? I almost said vagina, I'm sorry. Oops. Well, whatever. YOLO. The Nerio Carmine. The legendary sacred bow, holy slasher. Will I require anything more? On nights when the moon is swallowed by darkness, the barrier between the world of the surface and that which is hidden behind it, Setelna, grows thin. A terrible threat shall descend when the eye of heaven closes. If it is as the forbidden epic relates, the name of that threat alone can control the great vastness of darkness. Yoshio! Aren't you going to school to see the moon tonight? Are you going to eat before you go? I'll eat and then I will go! Come down in 30 minutes then, okay? When are you leaving the house? At 11. If I fall asleep, then wake me! Okay. Thank you, Mom! Gaze into the dark void of space, O holy slasher. You and I together shall pierce these accursed midnight heavens. Note to self. Angel's mother is apparently the only one that can snap him back to reality. Ah! My crimson insides are replete with the silver beings. To think that the nighttime demon known as fatigue would be so hard to conquer. Hey! I see your eyes are squinting a bit. Perhaps it was a mistake to partake in that savory dinner before the battle. No. No, not yet. Persevere, O weak and unreliable eyelids. You can do it. I have faith in you. Bye-bye. Ah! Nonsense. I am the Crimson Angel of Judecca. I shall not be vanquished so easily. Weren't you going to go to school, Yoshio? It's past 11. Yoshio! Yoshio, wake up! Oh, Yoshio. If you're going to sleep, at least get in your bed. Into your bed. There we go. Achievement unlocked. Thank you, Mom. Well, look on the bright side, Angel. Your mother kind of did you a favor, I think. Because if you had gone, then, well, you would have been in for a world of holiday shit. Actually, nah, I'll do another one and then I'll consider doing a radio segment. Let's check out the feather here. Short episode, Albert's Secret. Albert is the crow employed as Sakuya's butler. Apparently Yuya doesn't care for him. The super agent is mobilizing all his resources to investigate this mysterious butler. Nice bathroom. Yes, this is terribly suspicious. A footprint here, another there. I didn't want to consider this possibility, but perhaps. Salutations, Sakuya. Bah! The idiots always come crawling out of the woodwork as soon as the frost melts. And by idiots, I mean you. Harsh from the get-go, as always. Come on, can't you show me one of your happy springtime smiles? Doesn't your young heart feel joy and gaiety at the turn of the seasons? Why should I smile because it's spring? You're gibbering nonsense, as always. What am I supposed to be? The March Hare? Anyway, what do you want? I don't remember inviting you. And in any case, I am forbidden by father to speak with you. Don't worry, I know. I'm going to be moving to college next week. I won't be too far away, but I thought I'd drop by to let you know. Why would I care where you live? Were you hoping for a surprise housewarming? Well, you know. As your brother, I'd be really happy to have you drop by once in a while to hang out. If you feel like it, you know. Do you mean to insult me, mongrel? Hardly. Of course I don't. Anyway, my address is on here. If you need help with anything, just let me know. Even if I ever did, you'd be the last person I'd ask. I'd like to think I'd come in handy in a pinch at least. More like you show up and act like you've got everything under control, but then in the end are so completely useless. Why don't you just get your act together already? Sharp words. Oh, such sharp words. Not that I mind. In that case, why not give me a call when you're not in trouble? I think he'd sooner call the Ghostbusters than call you. What are you talking about? Do you think I have the time to be... Master Sakuya? Ah, Albert. What is it? Your afternoon tea is ready, sir. But you appear to be busy, so shall I serve it later? No, I shall take it now. Pay this imbecile no mind. Understood, sir. Right, right. We're brothers. No need for formality. That is not what I meant. Will you be staying for tea, Master Yuya? Nah, I'll pass. I'm on my way to meet someone. Nice talking to you, Sakuya. How do you? Now, where in here is the man with the yellow crest? Ah, there he is. Sorry to keep you waiting. Not at all. You're just on time, Sakazaki Yuya. Sit down. I'll make this quick. The info you requested came in. I had them do a background check on Albert, the crow working for the LaBelle family. That was fast. When did you turn up? It's just as you thought. He's not a butler. Right. Had you already figured something out? No, it was just a hunch. I never feel comfortable around him. Were you poking into his history just because you don't like his personality? Hardly. I'm not that childish. You can feel the tension just by standing next to him. He doesn't feel like a servant at all. Is he a spy? It takes one to know one, as they say. No, but you're not far off. He's an assassin. Well. Who's he targeting? The head of the family? Or... Calm down, youngster. He's been with the LaBelle family for more than 5 years. If he was after one of them, he'd have done it and been gone years ago. But he could be waiting for a signal. Can't really argue with that. Sit back down, Sakazaki. Killing is his job. Confronting him without knowing his target or client is too risky. True. Sorry. Let me know if anything else turns up. That's better. Know your opponent before you strike. His full name is Albert Alain Alcan. People in the community know him as the Faceless Triple Ace. Sounds like someone out of an RPG. His high success rate has earned him a reputation, but he doesn't stick with one client long, so not many people know what he looks like. That's where it comes from. I think he'd turn up now of all times. Have you met him before? No, not in person. An old friend and co-worker went up against him in his final mission. That's all. I see. Happens a lot if you stick around long enough. Don't sweat it. Just remember it. Right. Don't give up on anything just because it's him. We'll stay cautious and investigate everyone involved with the LaBelle family. I'm going to stake out the mansion. I'll let you know if anything happens. Bring a katana and maybe a machine gun. And now I've been standing here for a few days and nothing's happened. What is he up to? Every night he comes out and stands completely still right there. Is he watching for intruders? I can't read him at all. Directly above him is a window. Looks like a bathroom? He wouldn't be standing there for some sort of sick voyeurism, would he? Bathrooms have always been good places to commit the extra messy sorts of crime. Could he be standing here because a sharp dagger appears in his wing and he takes off? You think I'll let you? Master Yuya, I am aware that you do not like me. May I ask that you not interfere in my work all the same? Talk, now! Who hired you? Who's your target? I am not permitted to say. Forgive me. If you won't talk, then I'll make you! Unfortunately, it is time for me to go back to work. If you have some business with me, then please call again. Gah! Sakuya! Run! Run, Sakuya! It was a success, sir. Well done. Did you take them alive? Let me guess, rodents? They surrendered as soon as they saw my blade. I took them without injuring them as you directed me. I guess, in a way, you could be classified as pests. Merry Christmas! No! Don't hurt us! I knew it was you, you reprobates. You will feel the back of the hand of justice for this. First I shall... Get away from him, Sakuya! Huh? What are you doing here, Sakazaki? Albert is after your life. Get out of here! Merry Christmas? What is happening? You seem to have misunderstood. These white things have been infiltrating and making use of my bathroom for the past few days. I asked Albert to capture them in the act. Infiltrating? Merry Christmas! What a nice bath it is! Miru and Kaku's favorite. Apparently I wasn't the only one who thought his bathroom was nice. That doesn't mean you can just come in and use it. But wait. Do you know who he is? What on earth are you talking about? Albert is my butler. Nothing more and nothing less. I saw him with a dagger. I told him he could threaten them into submission if they resisted. Sakuya, he's an assassin! Yes. And? You already knew? Correct. What's going on here? You know who he is, but you keep him around anyway? Yes, that's right. Is there something wrong with that? Of course there is. A professional assassin wouldn't place himself in an aristocrat's household just for fun. He must be after you or your father. There's no other way. Ah, I see. You misunderstood terribly and came running here to tell me about it. How like the commoner you are. Merry Christmas! Things are getting complicated. Miru and Kaku don't know what to do. Merry Christmas! Miru and Kaku will sit here and say nothing until you're finished talking. Please do. How considerate. This will take some time. Shall I explain to Master Yuya for you, sir? No, it's fine. I'll do it. Certainly sounds like I'm missing something here. I would love it if you'd clue me in. What is an assassin doing in the LaBelle household? Who is he working for? As you can see, he is working for me. As a butler, and as an assassin. What? Have you sunk that far into the intrigues of nobility, Sakuya? No! Don't lump me in with those fools who can't get anything done without sneaking around in the shadows. But you employ an assassin. That's right. An assassin needs a target. Who are you after, Albert? Master Sakuya. What? I knew it! I can't let you live! Good gracious, calm down before someone gets hurt. Let me tell you the story from beginning to end. Then maybe you'll understand why I keep him with me. It must have been about 6 years ago now. I was still living in the mansion in southern France. Albert arrives just as the last leaves were falling at the start of winter. Apparently he'd been referred by the head butler, and so he was hired. My first impression of him was as a disturbingly elaborate apparatus. He was always businesslike, and after a while I started to doubt that he had emotions of his own at all. While he was the most capable of our servants, his cold demeanor made him hard to approach. It was a little questionable for a butler. Even the other servants found him distasteful. I felt some respect for his capability, though. He would wake before anyone else, and only go to bed after everyone was asleep. Or maybe he never slept at all. I don't think anyone ever saw him fall asleep. Good night, Master Sakuya. What about you, Albert? What about me, sir? Aren't you going to sleep? You were out late on an errand for father last night, were you not? That was nothing, sir. Please do not concern yourself with me. In any case, he worked hard. He never missed a detail. He was strong, and he was smart. If it weren't for his attitude, he would have been the perfect butler. He could easily handle the work of 10 people. Soon the servants who had always trailed after me grew fewer and fewer, until it was just Albert and me. The incident happened on a snowy night in late winter. Father, mother, and the other children had been invited to a party across the border. I was entrusted with the house and the preparations for an assembly we were planning to hold in the mansion soon after. It was a great honor. Father had already singled me out as his favorite for the succession. It was an opportunity for me to gain some of the experience I would need as the next head of the family. But there were others who didn't think so well of me, and that snowy night must have seemed a perfect chance to get rid of me once and for all. Let me go! Who are you? Such fine plumage. You are the 4th son of the LaBelle family, yes? Who's asking? Unhand me, villain! There are some people who feel that your life places them at a disadvantage. And you're so young, too. What a pity. But this is my job. Only your blood to blame. The blade, grown cold as ice in the winter air, neatly severs the carotid artery. Brilliant red spreads wildly across the hard floor. But it wasn't coming from me. Albert! This was not the most desirable outcome. The assassin who had pinned me from behind crumpled silently to the floor. Standing on the other side of the pool of blood was the Black Crow. Albert wiped the blood from his blade and knelt to examine the corpse. I must thank you, Albert. If you'd been a few seconds later... Yes. A few seconds later, and I, too, would have been unable to fulfill my contract. Contract? Aren't you mildly scared or traumatized by the fact that someone was just murdered right in front of you, boy? Albert was leaning over the body, and I couldn't see his face. It was probably as blank as always, anyway. But, unfortunately, it would appear that my client has voided the contract anyway. This is the same paper as was given to me. I won't be removing you now, Master Sakuya. Gruesome intrigues are uncommon among the powerful elite. It was the first time I'd become involved in one myself, but I'd heard of people I'd met at parties or the like disappearing, being murdered, or having suspicious accidents any number of times. But I didn't understand. An assassin was targeting me. Albert killed the assassin, but Albert was targeting me as well. Was this just a fight over prey? You came here to kill me. Yes, sir. That was my intention. My client has violated the contract, so I no longer have any reason to do so. I have a mountain of questions for you, Albert. You will answer them. All pacts of confidentiality have been voided by the client's violation. What do you want to know, sir? He remained as distant as ever while I questioned him. Apparently the circumstances were as follows. There were 5 children by different mothers in the LaBelle household. An elder sister, an elder brother, twin brothers, and me. The LaBelle family had always chosen its heirs on ability, and I, the youngest son, was clearly the favorite. But my stepmothers were not going to take that lying down. The mother of my eldest brother had hired Albert to infiltrate the mansion under the guise of a butler and wait for an opportunity to kill me. That night, she became impatient. She hired another assassin, independent of Albert. You slipped in as a butler, as you were ordered. You were never liked, but you were hardly treated as a stranger. If she wanted to kill me, wouldn't it have been more certain to just wait for you to finish me off? I cannot understand why she would bring in another assassin now, of all times. I can only guess that the client became impatient. I had been with you for longer than I estimated, so perhaps she feared that her plot had been exposed. It would seem that I did not gain her complete confidence, and that I regret. You have a really screwed up family, Sakuya. Do you mean to say that she was afraid that you, having grown close to me, would be unable to carry out your orders? And so she brought in an unrelated third party. I am terribly sorry that I was not able to deliver the full value to her. Had she given me the signal, I would have been able to complete the contract at any time, but... He was as attached as ever, unconcerned that it was his very target that he was speaking to. Perhaps his black feathers really do hide a machine with no flesh and blood at all. Strangely, his calm was infectious. It was amusing, and at the same time allowed me to remain composed while I considered my own position. The client contracted me to take care of you, Master Sakuya, but at the same time interfered with my work before giving me the signal to act. Had you died, I would be unable to complete the contract. Well, it's true. The only place a man can rest without fear of the assassin's blade is in his own grave. Master Sakuya must remain alive if he is to be assassinated. I took care of this gentleman here to preserve that state of affairs. You mean it wasn't out of your devotion and love for me? You don't mince words, Albert. Indeed, sir. Now then, do you have any more questions, sir? I fear it is time for me to depart. You're leaving our service. As I mentioned, the client annulled our contract by calling in a third party. I shall be returning to my usual world until I am called upon by the next client. Your usual world. Wait, couldn't you be rehired and come after me again? I cannot say. That would depend on who approaches me. I was sure, after that night's events, of what I had suspected all along. He had probably thrown away whatever emotion he was born with long ago. He followed his own rules with the utmost perfection, and beyond that, nothing. Well, considering he's an assassin, I would imagine being emotionally detached from your work would be of the utmost benefit to you. Because, I mean, you are killing people for hire, so you gotta kill some part of your soul in order to be effective at that kind of job, I would imagine. He would leave the mansion, and if he were hired to target me again, he would kill me without hesitation or remorse. Wait, Albert. I shall not allow you to leave. Stay. I am not a butler, Master Sakuya. This mansion is not the place for me. I will hire you. If you mean as a butler, then I must refuse. If it is an assassination you're after, then we can talk. If I let him out of my sight, he will surely become a threat. I have to keep him here. But I can't hire him as a butler. A bodyguard? No, he wouldn't accept that either. Meaning, yes, Albert, I want you as an assassin. And who will I be targeting? Me. You, Master Sakuya. That's right. Is that not allowed? I cannot think of any precedent, but there is no reason it should not be. In that case, I order you to remain in the LaBelle household under the guise of a butler and await my signal. Understood. Let us write up the contract. Loophole abuse at its finest. In other words, I am Albert's client, and his target as well. Clever, don't you think? It does let you keep him by, provided you don't give that signal. Besides, Albert is excellent. If someone else in the mansion were to make an attempt on my life, he would protect me with his own. After all, he can't kill me if I'm already dead. Indeed, sir. That sounds like a pretty hair-triggered kind of relationship. But at the same time, it's a good way of keeping tabs on an otherwise dangerous assassin. I don't know, Sakuya. It still bothers me. Ho-ho! Just who do you think I am? Any true aristocrat needs to have a dangerous pawn or two on hand. I don't like you, Albert. But Sakuya seems to have sorted this out. Have this sorted out, sorry. But if you do end up hurting him, I'll hunt you to the ends of the earth and back. Remember that. Understood, Master Yuya. Merry Christmas. I was wondering when you two would pipe up again. Everybody looks so serious. Miru and Kaku can't handle this kind of pressure. Merry Christmas! We'll make our escape while they're distracted. Hooray! Get back here, you two! I haven't lectured you yet. Merry Christmas! After them, Albert. Catch them and bring them back here. Understood, sir. Achievement unlocked. Black in the dark. Well, if it works, I guess. The relationship, I mean. I think I'm going to go ahead and just cut it off here. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Half a Boyfriend Holiday Star. I think I did too. There were certainly some entertaining short stories to be had. If you liked this episode and you want to see more content from me, then feel free to subscribe to my channel if you wish. I will see you guys in the next episode. Take care.